What was like the last thing we did?
We told people we belonged in a building.
Quite convincingly, I might add.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's not my job as a GM to remind you where you are.
Maybe no. We shouldn't have corrected the whole Scarlet has brain damage narrative because it just tracks with Katia not remembering what we've done in the game so
Fucking
far.
anything. Hey, Katia,
Remember me?
that time you gave me this? No, I don't. Why did I give you that?
Remember me? Didn't remember.
He didn't remember in November.
Remember me in November.
Remember,
We're just shit posting straight into the
Lost my
fucking.
train of thought.
Good. Just straight shit posting right on the stream. That's good. I like that.
Stupid pop-ups.
Yeah, I'm still getting
What's
through
happening?
some.
What is causing this?
It's the Google Drive tablets.
It's just refreshing every time.
Whenever someone like adds into theirs, it refreshes. So when Corey, every time it loads someone else's page on their individual iPad, it refreshes all of them.
I just want y'all to know I'm not part of this problem. I have not uploaded my drive in months.
So you're not only part of the problem, you're arguably.
I haven't done any of this. I haven't loaded a new one in here.
All right. So the last time you guys were here, you guys had just managed to finish scaling a building thanks to Bubbles and his noodle arms. And the last frame that we stopped on was so Tomnall had recently force persuaded someone, oh no, yeah, that totally is the building that we're meant to be in, to one of the people that had caught him inside. And then they heard someone yell because they're like, well, what do you mean it's okay for him to be in the building? Because, people exist inside of the building besides the one that was force persuaded.
Yeah, but why would he tell him about it if he thinks it's no big deal?
Shut the fuck up, Scarecrow.
Well, I'm just keeping you honest.
That's code for stop breaking my narrative.
Code getting railroaded.
Oh, you think this is railroading? I was fully prepared for everyone to just be like, fuck it, we're gonna suicide run right into Dathomir.
We still will.
Yeah,
Well, that ship hasn't failed.
Yeah, don't you tempt us.
So,
We think we are.
I'm gonna need everyone to have their fucking destiny triggered. Good luck.
Well,
Oh.
is pulling up.
Everyone?
That's correct.
But I'm
It does
part
not
of everyone.
stack from everyone being triggered.
I got one light.
Light?
Oh,
Wait, do you mean destiny or obligation?
Destiny.
No. Destiny.
We're rolling
Right.
Destiny, but all of our obligation was triggered, is what he meant to say.
Yeah.
But he said all of our
Okay.
Destiny was triggered.
So, yeah, fuck. I suck. 2 light, 1 dark, and what else?
I'm
Rolling.
rolling. Too late.
Big roll, big roll.
No, what did you get?
Too light.
Light.
Was that mine or Tanner's?
That was yours.
Okay. I'm helping.
What'd you get, Corey?
I got the two
Too
light
light.
there.
Okay, Scarecrow, you rolled?
Yeah, I already did. You got it. These are all the results right here.
But there's only 4.
Has somebody rolled for me?
I'll roll for you.
Sounded
Thank
really
you.
sad.
Yeah, I'm
Inertial, how could you?
disappointed with myself.
Way to go, Nursery. You got us at dark.
Good job,
Damn it,
Inertial.
I mean, the dark is expected. I think I've gotten something other than 1 dark once this campaign.
So, Kari, did you fucking roll?
Yeah, I did. I rolled 1 light.
Oh, wow. Hey, you didn't shit the bed.
Wait, we should have 6. No. Do we have
No.
6 results?
One
Yeah.
of them got re-rolled.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We all have 5 results
There,
right
there
here.
was one that got re-rolled.
No, I'm
So
talking
1,
about
2,
the Destiny
3,
points.
4, 5, and then 6. So that means I'm missing 1 dark.
Yeah, we're
Oh, there you
missing a
go.
result.
there you go.
So currently, you guys have just heard like your presence is kind of known based on the yelling that you've heard from inside of the building. And for a reminder for some of the viewers, we are currently in this building right here. They have scaled it with their amazing acrobatics, and they are currently maybe on the second floor, I would wager, in just having recently scaled through a broken window that surprisingly no one despair rolled and bled out on the window. So, you guys hear a bunch of running in the background, and you're pretty you're 100% that some they know the jig is up, or at least some
Alright.
type of jig has been up.
I'm gonna move up to the front.
So I'll describe the room for you. There is it's really empty. It's an abandoned building. There's a couple like pillars.
An
about
abandoned
4 in the
building
room.
with all these people in it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? You wanna?
Abandon means something else on Corellia.
I'm sorry. I was trying to give you a mental image. I guess I'll just keep that to myself next time. You stupid fuck.
Well,
Maybe you meant just dilapidated. Doesn't seem very abandoned.
Wow! All right, you die first.
Death
So,
by
and there's
thesaurus.
also just one way out. There's also what appears to be holes in the wall, like someone has just been like knocking them out.
Huh.
One way out being the doorway.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way out, unless you want to
And
try and
not-
Kool-Aid Man through a wall.
Or the window we
You-
came
Yeah,
out.
you could use the window as well if you wanted to jump off the building and die.
We have a rope.
You do have a rope.
That's how we got in.
That's right. I'm gonna give you guys like 5 seconds before I move forward on this. Come on now.
Well, I'm
Ready?
defensive stance. I'm guarding the front line.
Bubbles is
Is that
still
just
helping
you're gonna
up.
get Corey killed.
What is the other fish's name?
Artos?
Artos.
Artog. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, Bubbles is helping Artog up through the window as
You
this is
guys
going on.
hear a loud as Artos finally gets yanked up by the muscular Trandoshan. Oh, that was kind of unpleasant, but thank you.
Get in position.
Position? Why are we fighting?
Position? What? Yeah. What are we doing?
He
Yeah,
takes
everybody
out his
just ask-
weapon.
And I duck behind some refuse on the ground over here.
So behind a pillar.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Scarlet is gonna do the same.
Iceman just kind of stands in the middle of the room.
So, okay. A very large and muscular Gamoran enters the room and just kind of locks his eyes with Iceman.
Wow, just looks right past me and my muscles. I see. See?
Iceman doesn't say anything. He just looks back at him.
He kind of like puts his hand to his chin and looks very perplexed by the situation and kind of like leans back out of the doorway and makes a bunch of what they sound like grunts to you, but you're pretty sure he's talking. Yeah, who? You see behind him slowly a Rhodian kind of peers from around the corner and says, "Why are you guys in our?" He quickly pulls out a blaster. He looks like he's struggling a little bit. Work establishment.
Why are you in our work establishment?
No, I asked the question first.
No, I think you'll find this is our work establishment. Influence on deception check.
Nobody's fool. Upgraded that difficulty twice, and the difficulty is 3.
Oh, upgraded after the... Okay. You think this is enough, Kalo?
I'm gonna flip a destiny point and upgrade it.
You think that's enough, Kalo?
You flipped that the wrong way.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm watching.
All right, come on. What do you got?
And where's my dice? I'm gonna pull these little guys over there. They belong to me now.
I'm gonna say, yeah. What are you doing in our workspace? And give them a little boost.
There will be no boost.
Well, there will be a boost because I always get a boost on this. It's fine.
There's no boost from him telling you that.
Oh, it's much too.
Wait, no, hold on. Oh, too light side. I can't use that. Never mind. So
So he relaxes a little bit, puts his gun down at his hips, like, oh yeah, you must be the new people we were supposed to,
Give an orientation to.
did you remember to unlock all the doors for us like you said you would?
And show us around.
Well, let's
I
not
don't
push
think
it.
that I can do that. My key card only gets me in the front door.
Any doors that you can open, I'm sure those were all that we needed open.
Because when we got here, the front door was locked.
We had to come in the window,
That's what they explain the
so
window. The Gamoran turns around and just kind of points to Tomnal, like, what? And then he punches the Rhodian out and turns around and looks at you and says, what?
Oh, are you going to show us around now? I think you're going to show us around.
You just hear him down the hallway. Okay, I'm playing it more next session.
Okay.
So did they leave? Did they leave?
The Gamoran has left, and there is now an incapacitated Rhodian on the floor.
So you mean Gamorrean, right? Gamoran is the person, would be like if the person from Guardians of the Galaxy was a species. Well, are we talking to Gamora or are we talking to Gamorreans? Like, is Gamora running down the hallway making those noises?
Hey, I think this is a fair point because I tried Googling Gamora and didn't get the right Google page.
Yes, the pig people.
You know, Gamorreans, they've said this more eloquently than me, so I'll try to recite it.
Iceman walks through the hallway and starts looking for a staircase or elevator up.
You see the Gamoran quickly run to an elevator on your left, and he quickly closes the door.
I look for a staircase.
Okay, so there is currently 3 other rooms on this floor. Let me get you a bit of a plan here. 1 second.
What about a staircase, though?
Leaving a fire escape at this store.
So how's everyone's day?
It'd be better if Scarecrow wasn't so weird.
What? So let me get this straight. We're in a building trying to get to the roof. I ask, hey, is there any way to get to the roof? And all I get is, why aren't you interested in these rooms? Why are you being so weird?
But you have to inspect the rooms. I'm not just gonna be like, yeah, there's an elevator, 3rd door from the right.
Well, you already told me where the elevator was. Again, I'm not interested.
Well,
Well,
no,
it's-
Tanner.
oh my
Tanner.
God.
Staircase.
To an
Tanner.
elevator.
He has a point. Like, haven't you ever gone into a house at a party? You're usually outside, so it's like, hey, where's the bathroom? And they're like, well, don't you want to see all the other rooms first?
You're a funny fellow.
Not before you finish the tour.
Now, this is Aunt May's ashes. Sometimes we turn her into chocolate milk.
Oh
Okay, I'm
my
curious.
God.
Why did you go southern for that?
I don't know. Sometimes that's just my hospitality voice, Inertial.
I don't even know where that is coming.
It's from the Little Rascals. I think it's the voice that, what's his name? Stinky uses when he's... There's Alfalfa and the other guy.
Names.
When they're when they dress up and they go into the pageant.
A ballet studio? Isn't it a ballet thing?
That
It is a
sounds
ballet.
right. Yeah. So when he's talking to the other guy, yeah. So, well, I know. That's basically what my southern accent is based on. I've never thought about this before, but it seems to be true.
Revelations happening tonight, folks.
You know, that movie is old enough to be at the point where some of your audience may actually not know what it is.
Yeah, that's probably. I doubt most of them know.
Now we feel old.
What year
That's
did
what it
Little
takes to make you
Rascals-
feel old.
Wasn't it old when we were kids?
Yeah,
too?
it was. No, it was. Yeah, it was 1994. So
Yeah.
I was 2
Yeah.
years old when it. 2 years old when it came out.
To your what?
Anyway, it's a classic. If you haven't heard of it, watch it.
Yeah, it's okay, I guess.
It's a product of its time. No,
a
I
classic doesn't mean it's great. It's just a classic.
If you want to hear such classic songs as "I've Got a Duck" or "I've Got a Buck," "I've Got a Buck," "I've Got a Buck," "Hey hey hey hey."
we've got
then-
$1. Gosh dang it, man.
No, they did say "buck" as part
yeah,
of the
yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Sleverd, come on.
Speaking of older movies, have you guys seen My Cousin Vinny?
So I need everyone's mini, please.
My cousin
It's
Nick
not my
cousin
job as a
Minnie.
player to supply the DM with his equipment.
are on the same page.
Yeah, I never touched my mini.
I think they got it deleted with Corellia. Or are they up here? No.
Just fuck.
Here's
Just
Ostock.
kick Scarecrow.
He's being a little snowflake tonight, isn't he?
Uh-oh.
I have no idea where the mini is though.
Yeah, I see.
I'm gonna assume he's up here.
I see. I spy with my little eyes.
So I got 3. And we need what's her face?
Tom,
Yeah,
when
so-
did you get so small?
Tom
Or-
was small.
Maybe when did me and Bubbles get so big? I don't.
Is this the Scarlet Mini?
know.
Someone named it Scarlet.
I did.
I mean, I guess for all I know, it could be, since the only discernible
Is it
feature
another
or
Imperial
information
officer
I
mini?
know about Scarlet is that their name is Scarlet. So
I mean, it could be.
The model
got
was appropriately bossy enough.
So, alright, so the elevator room that was pointed out previously, this is it right here. You take a step into the hallway, Scarecrow, and you kind of realize that the floor is very shaky and dangerous at its best. You hear a bunch of creaking as you put your weight down on the ground.
it's a good thing I still got this drop suit then.
I mean, you can still get killed by something while you're in your drop suit.
Yeah.
So there's a hall leading down this way, and there are 2 other rooms. And as you have stepped into the hallway, you realize that there is. This one's probably empty. There's just a bunch of debris in the way.
I go call the elevator.
As you call the elevator, the symbol that would normally probably turn an illustrious green just makes a red flashing motion, and then quickly you hear like. Eh!
I use my lightsaber to cut open the elevator doors.
Okay. You hit your lightsaber ignites and you cut open the door and you realize that there is a sizable drop to the ground and a bunch of cable leading up. As you kind of observe the upper part of the elevator, you feel your communication device going off. It's buzzing very loudly.
Hold on. What floor did we come in on out of how many floors?
So if you had to guess, you're probably on the second floor, right?
I don't know if I'd have to.
I don't feel like
When we
Yes.
when we came in, what floor did we come in on?
The second
Well,
floor.
Like, not even Bubbles should have trouble counting that.
I mean, Bubbles, you can't count firstly. Like, just stay out of it.
Aw.
And how many floor? Like, how tall was this building?
So,
Because I thought this was like a 4-story walk up, and we went up to the 4th floor. So
we're on the second floor out of 4.
Out of 4? Well, that's not
okay,
too
so it
bad.
was a 4-story walk up. What's rent like in this area?
So the communication, the comm device that anyone has in their inventory is currently going off violently, and it's actually making a ton of noise.
Iceman will answer it. You got Iceman. Go.
Iceman, hey, you recognize the voice as Billy's, and she says, "Hey, listen, this is really important. I shouldn't even be contacting you, but they know you've landed."
You're gonna have to be a little more specific than they.
The Imperial.
Don't
Navy.
be stupid. You have a bounty on your head.
Say that out loud as I hear this conversation.
You say what?
Idiot.
Artaz kind of gives a shrug and says, "I agree with Scarlet on this one, idiot."
Iceman slowly turns around and stares both of them down for about I don't know 5-6 seconds, and then he turns their back on again and continues the conversation with Billy and asks, "So, do they know where we landed?"
Yes. In fact, I'd say you probably have about 15 minutes before my distraction wears off.
So they know where we're going to.
She gives you a very disappointed sigh and says, "Yes."
So let's stop talking to her and move. Come on, people, let's go.
Iceman slowly turns around and stares at Scarlet again for about
Moving.
5-6 seconds. Doesn't say anything. And then turns around again. And then he thanks Billy for the heads up and shuts off the comm link.
So we have been giving smack to Scarlet for that shit, but literally every single conversation evolved, like, I would say degenerates into Iceman stares like a dumbass. Like,
He stares.
So,
coolly. It's a
Here-
cool moment.
Here's what we're gonna do. I use my lightsaber to cut the cable in the middle of the to cut the cables in the elevator shaft.
Are we climbing up the cables here?
There's probably a staircase somewhere, I imagine.
Well, I tried asking for a
Staircase would be the
staircase.
better
Apparently,
option.
there is no staircase. There's just
Yeah.
a couple rooms.
I don't think Corellia has ADA.
Bubbles looks for a staircase.
Well, we'll see if we find a
So,
staircase.
you see the elevator come screaming down past the door, and you hear a loud smash.
Well, that's not subtle.
Don't need to be subtle. Bubbles.
What do I see in this room down here?
It's the closest thing to a inhabited room. There's like some dirty mattresses on the floor and a table where it looks where they may have been gambling recently.
I'm gonna ignore it. What's over here?
A stairwell.
Is that a room? I'm like, I found the stairs, and I'm gonna start going up the stairs.
You can go down the stairs.
Start going down
Wait,
the
what?
stairs.
Why would the stairs?
only goes down?
I don't know. Why would the person cut up the elevator that could take them up?
Because it didn't work. What do you mean?
Ah,
Press a button, it didn't work.
Could have repaired it.
People say I'm the all muscle, no
This is
brains.
Roger
of this
Rabbit.
No. This is fine, because now they can't use the elevator. This is
worse
fine.
than Roger
That's fair.
Roger.
All right, well,
Besides,
So,
you just broke the door. You can.
we can't go up the stairs, right? We can only go down them.
It only leads down.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start climbing the rope then.
My God.
This seems
What
like a bad
chat.
idea.
So it's going to be a daunting athletics check.
Okay. That's like 4 hard, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so let me give you a description before you continue with this. The cables that you're going to be grabbing onto have been very recently damaged by something sliding down it so hard that it has warped them due to heat.
It's fine. Don't need them.
That's fine.
Iceman goes back into the room we climbed in and gets the cable everyone used to climb up through the window and takes it back under the elevator shaft.
Okay.
He then uses his jump boots to fly up the elevator shaft to the top floor.
As a reminder, I don't roll my force dice until after this roll, right? Okay.
Go ahead and make that athletics roll because
What a killer.
Um,
So which floor were you trying to get off at?
I will go ahead and just take a break at the 3rd floor.
He went up like 6 feet and then. Even I could do that.
Floors are 6 feet.
And I don't exercise at all.
I
Go
don't
big or
think
go
you
home.
have the.
So, Iceman, you roar to the top of the elevator and see a squad of 6 people aiming guns at you right as you reach the top.
Wait, so they open the elevator shaft doors?
Wait, what
You
was my
cannot
threat?
try and convince me they didn't hear it. Like, of course they heard the elevator smashing away from the cable.
Okay, then I just go back down again.
Make a coordination check, daunting. You can see
What's
that they
my
are
one
charging
threat?
at their weapon. You take a strain. Climbing up those heated wires is kind of difficult.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, Katia, I know.
Flyers be frayed.
Daunting, you need one more difficulty.
Okay.
Alright, so while they're doing
Your
this,
explore advantage.
So you begin
What
to go into a free fall from the jet booth.
What am I rolling coordination for?
You're trying to
Avoid the
go
gun.
down while people are aiming guns at you.
But I don't have to. All I have to do is fly down by just cutting out my thrusters. I'm flying my jump boots. I should be doing a piloting check.
These jump boots, I should have never allowed you to purchase them. They're
Well,
always a
It's,
source.
not
of
only did you let me buy it the
gameplay.
first time, you gave it to me the second time, so
It's always a source for you to try and cheese through rolls. It is a coordination
so-
check, and you have begun to fall.
the jump boots specifically say piloting check, planetary.
So let me get this straight. You just said you wanted to cut them off and fall.
No,
At that point, it's not a piloting check.
I'm not
That's-
gonna
no, you
cut
just-
them off and fall. I'm gonna lower my thrusters and go down. If you're allowed to say
He's trying to use gravity, Kalo.
if-
I
if-
know he wants to fall, and that's what I'm about to do.
I'm not falling, I'm going down while flying. If I can if I can roll a successful drop roll, and you can say after the fact, oh, the roll succeeded, but he dodged it anyway, I get to say that I can use my actual piloting check, which is in the item description, to fly my jump boots in this elevator shaft. Unless that's incorrect.
Typically speaking, we do what I tell you to do, but we'll continue.
You
Okay.
should prob-
Okay.
I mean, you should probably add setback for the fact that he's in a very small elevator shaft trying to avoid gunfire and fly down.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, add setback.
Do you want me
if
to
you
grab
want.
you and pull you into the 3rd floor?
Sure, I guess.
That
I
would
don't
give him
have
a
any
boost,
reason-
right?
As he's flying down, you have to catch him. That's probably a separate rule.
She's not trying to catch,
It's like
just
I'm
like
assisting him, like I'm putting my arm
Yeah.
out.
yeah. Let's
He
say
can,
if
like-
I'm aiming for the 3rd floor, yeah. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, so 2 boosts come. I'm to Gruta.
So that will be 4 setback because you were in an incredibly cramped area. The elevator itself was not very large.
You need 2 boosts.
So 4 setback.
And
I
then
remove 2
whatever.
automatically, and then I'll use my sense danger to remove 2 more, and then boosts from Zilla.
while they're doing that, Scarlet's going to be doing something. We can just.
And I'll take a triumph as well with that success, since it's a piloting check.
Okay.
So I'm in the 3rd floor, and for the triumph,
Make some of them drop their guns down the shaft.
but why would they do that? I can't just
Just be like, hey,
They're
here you go.
They're leaning over, shooting down at you.
You could say,
I mean,
Hold on.
They didn't necessarily shoot yet.
No. We're getting to that. What's your ranged armor? Ranged defense, sorry.
Mine? 1.
Yes. Ooh. So, before I tell you the roll, which floor? Because you weren't exactly clear where
I'm
where
on
you
the
were
third
trying
floor.
to.
I'm on the 3rd floor now.
Okay,
with
you went to
Zilla.
the 3rd floor. Tell me the triumph that you wanted to have, and then we'll resolve their attack roll.
Let's say one of them slips and falls down the shaft because they were,
So okay,
What-
I'm not trying to just. I will accept something like that, but like just based on these NPCs, that wouldn't be something that would happen.
what if they're like they don't fall down the shaft, but they are like clinging to the edge or something like that? They lean over too far, and the other troops have to like pick them up, so it might delay them a little bit.
I would allow for that if that's what Scarecrow wants.
Yeah, it sounds fine.
and
you know,
it's not like
they-
I'm trying to touch you down. It's just like that's not these NPCs.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so you take 14. Okay, apply your soak. And as you like take the shot, we'll say he shoots you in your shoulder, and you go on the 3rd floor right next to Zilla. You hear someone go, "Oh no!" And then you you hear what sounds like a bunch of grunting and struggling
Wait, what? From where?
above you, from the people that just shot at you.
I call up. This is the worst orientation ever.
Oh, Tonal, you're kind of like still in this area, and you notice that the Rhodian has woken up, and he's like, "What happened?"
I don't know. Can you tell them to stop shooting us?
I should be shooting you.
No, you shouldn't. They shouldn't either.
What about his blaster pistol?
You shouldn't be shooting us. I'm trying to do the thing that I do to everyone.
Oh god. You're trying. Why shouldn't he shoot you? Are you doing a mind trick?
I'm doing a
I
mind
hate
trick.
this
I'm not
mind
trying to
trick.
convince him. Fuck that. Why have arguments when you can just make people agree with you?
Some real Stalin shit right there.
Are you calling Obi-Wan Kenobi communist?
I'm telling him he should be calling up to his buddies not to shoot, that we're supposed to be here. Which, I mean, they
What
won't
are you
listen.
using?
But what ability am I using? Influence still.
That's gonna be hard.
For that, it'd be an opposed discipline check, I think.
Yep,
For how I'm
hard.
using it. All right.
He's a very disciplined Rhodian despite his stuttering.
Wait, nope. It. And force point roll. And I think this has to succeed. I don't get the force points as bonuses. Okay, it succeeds. And do I actually get force points to do it? I do get a force point to do it.
Okay.
And he's...
So you've convinced him. Continue.
So he's going to be shouting up to them to not shoot us, so that's helpful.
Hey, hey guys, you need to stop! And he kind of like pushes into his big Rhodian ear. Looks like he might be reaching into a communication device.
We're supposed to be here.
Guys, it's just supposed to be here.
We won't be paying for the damages.
Stupid fool! And you hear a blaster shot, and the communication device makes a ton of static noise that's even audible to you, Tom Knoll.
Wait. So the communication device that was on the other end of the one he was using got shot?
Mm-hmm.
So the guy shot his own cell phone because he was angry about what he heard?
I suppose he did. One stupid fool, I might add.
Tomno looks disdainfully at the communication device of the Rhodian.
The man that just shot his own phone is calling someone else a stupid fool.
With my 2 advantage, I would like to sneer condescendingly.
Okay. That's good. Question mark. Iceman, you hear the grunting continue. What would you like to do? You don't like grunting? This was your triumph. You asked for this.
I'm going to cut a small hole in the ceiling above me, through to the floor above.
So,
Kalo? I hate to do this to the crew, but he should make a mechanics check to make sure that he doesn't break the whole floor.
Break the whole floor.
First, he has to make sure. Okay, he has to make sure that.
Supporting beam and we all die.
So it's about the room's height is about or height is about like 10 feet or so. So you'd have to like maybe use.
Use
Okay,
your
so
finger.
okay, so these are luxurious high-ceilinged hallways. Okay, so no, I'm not gonna jump up there and cut it. Better idea. I'm going to pull out my Glock grenade.
From the last floor that you saw, though.
Do what?
Remember, the building, the room that you came in had pillars that are very clearly support pillars.
So does my basement, but it's only an 8-foot ceiling.
I'm gonna pull out one of my Glock grenades, and I'm going to.
Closely to a
Everything goes back to lightsabers, rocket boots, and glop grenades.
I'm gonna channel my inner badass here and throw my Glock grenade to bounce off the opposing elevator shaft wall up into the upper floor hallway, and glop all them fools.
Okay, so it uses ranged light, and that'll be daunting with 2 setback. You were trying to curve the bullet.
Oh no! Just bounce a ball.
I don't think grenades can bounce.
It's
Sure
not a
they
fucking ball. It's a grenade.
Who here has military training?
Of the people in this conversation, who's thrown a grenade? Because I'm gonna bet that I'm the only one.
Nice, man.
Not fucking Iceman.
You don't know his life. You don't know.
Yeah, actually, you sent his life as a backstory to him, so he does know his life.
All right, so
I mean, I guess if you threw it hard enough, it would technically be able to bounce, but like not like a fucking ball.
Well, glop implies some sort of bounciness.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There's adjust the what is it? Setback, 1 setback.
It's
I
one
just-
Just
setback.
imagine Scarecrow's, or I imagine Iceman's face with the math meme as he is about to throw this grenade.
I like that he's throwing this when I'm pretty sure Frog Buddy has the fucking force move power. So he's gonna fucking asphyxiate all of us in the elevator.
What? No. It would just fall down the elevator unless I despair a couple times. Then maybe you guys are. Then you just have to make a roll to not suffocate. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I'm taking some large steps away from the elevator.
Oh my god, it's too easy.
I don't like that this is working.
So you throw it and it bounces and you hear it like detonate. And you hear a couple of people go, what the hell?
What the damn hell?
Damn hell.
What do you want to do with that 6 advantage?
Don't you need to use some of that to trigger the glop?
Yes.
He doesn't have to.
2 advantage to
Blocked wherever it hit.
2 advantage to glop engaged range.
Yeah,
Ensnare
Glop grenades and
quality.
snare
Yeah.
automatically on any targets the weapons hit.
Yeah, but if you want to use the blast to hit everybody in engaged, you do need to use the.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll just I'll use the advantage to get them all.
You'll get those in engaged range, so that's 2 advantage. What do you want to do with the 4?
I don't know. Make it extra gloppy. Is that?
How about this? This will be fun. So the guy that was like hanging off the edge, his hands are now just glopped on the side.
I like that.
Okay. You hear a man just say, I cannot believe I've been hit by... What? Brother, I am pinned here!
I can't believe you've done this.
So, okay, you've detonated the gloopy gloppy grenade. What else do you want to do with your spectacular bullshit display?
Let's say I'm gonna go search for a staircase. Is there a staircase on this floor?
There is not. This is just what looks to be a cargo room.
So, how about this? There seems to be a small, or there seems to be an opening for.
Are you flipping a destiny point?
There seems to be an opening
Let the man finish.
that allows us to climb up to the 3rd floor. It's a hole that we could probably put a rope down.
I like the elevator shaft.
So the impact of the glop grenade causes a little bit of the floor to fall from like not affecting Iceman, but right next to Iceman's feet. There's now a hole that he has made, and you could definitely fit through it.
It's a hole between the 2nd and 3rd floors.
Yes.
Is that okay?
I turned to the
Okay.
Rhodian and asked,
Are we?
is this building up to code? It seems like there's no staircases. Stuff is just falling all over the place. The elevator's not working.
He is still knocked out on the ground.
What? He waked
No,
up.
Oh, he woke up?
He done did wake.
it says, well, it was very hard to land the ship on it.
Oh, Kayla, I forgot to mention, you gotta check to make sure I didn't suffocate anybody that I hit with that Glock grenade.
It's an easy coordination check.
Uh-huh. The check has been made. Don't worry.
Yeah, I just forgot to bring that up.
So
I had the rope on me still, so I'm gonna drop it through the hole, and for those below to climb on up, I hand the rope to Zilla since
Yeah,
Zilla's
I'll help.
sturdy and can bear the weight.
Yeah, I'll help pull people up as they climb through.
Artoz quickly ascends the rope and says, "Wow, they're so strong, Daguda."
Don't like that.
Thanks.
Iceman looks through the hole at Tom Noah and just kind of gives a weird look.
I just kind of like look up at him and shudder a bit.
Okay, so does anyone else want to ascend the masterfully crafted hole that Sliver has used the destiny point on?
I will be climbing up Slever's destiny hole.
we didn't.
made-
There's a elevator shaft right there.
a grave mistake.
What?
die. So okay, Tom will fucking ascend. And Celebrity, you want a hole? Get up your destiny hole.
You can't climb up your own destiny hole.
You're
Celebrity,
hurting me.
Celebrity,
Yes.
Celebrity up his hole.
What's the difficulty?
I'm not gonna make you make the check for it.
Yeah, what's the difficulty?
I'm not making you check for it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. I just climb up my own hole. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
It's a 10-foot. It's a 10-foot ceiling with a fucking Tragruda and a rope trying to get you up
The
there. I think.
destiny point used on it when you could have just climbed up the hole anyway from the elevator shaft.
Yeah, the elevator
That's
shaft is
what I'm
already
saying.
a hole, but
When you said for difficulty to climb up that rope,
Yeah,
I
the
already have
warped
proof on
cable.
that.
That's why I brought cable up with
but
me.
that rope
That's-
before gave me trouble twice. These hands are not built for climbing. Do you see how slimy they are? I mean, do you see how slimy my hands are?
Not only that, but like, can't they? Even though they're glopped, can't they still like shoot down the elevator
You just
shaft?
heard a very loud engine humming.
We better get moving.
What type
Yep.
of engine does it sound like?
Imagine.
We could make a mechanics check or a computers check, or fuck, I would allow warfare.
I'll do a mechanics check. What's the difficulty?
It's average. C still fails it. Come on.
I'll roll a warfare.
There you go. 3 success, 3 advantage.
Characteristics sound of a YT-1300 spooling up its engines.
Oh, is the building shaking a little bit?
Fast shaking as you make this quick realization.
Guys, we gotta go.
Let's.
You hear
we're trying to
very loud, like so loud, like a scream so loud your ears begin to hurt.
a scream?
A scream.
That's right, a scream.
Like a
Kinda
person
scream.
screaming or a mechanical scream of the engines kind of thing?
Screaming. It sounds organic.
Okay.
Coming from above us.
Is it a deep bellow or a shrill shriek?
Is it just yelling? Ah,
Yeah.
Wait.
What octave are we looking at here?
I think he got cut
Talking about
off.
Talking like earthquake octave here.
Oh, we're
my
talking
God.
about those
Nice.
fundamentals.
Rumble.
Don't
Okay.
let this be who I think it is.
I think it is who I think it is.
I don't know who either of you think it is.
Oh no, it isn't, is it?
It is. Inertial, you
boy.
know it is.
Yeah.
I will remind you that the ship has powered on. You guys are just chilling, like
We're trying to climb. Okay, so we've climbed up the hole. There's still
Yes.
people above us.
you've climbed up the hole, despite there being another hole you can climb up. Yes, Destiny hole acquired.
Yes, Destiny Hole has been acquired. There isn't any other staircase to go up to the 4th floor.
You said the rooms on the side have support pillars in them for the floors above, right?
Lightsaber.
Hey, no.
Iceman goes to one of these rooms and
Oh no! Before you hit him, can I gauge to see like if we can actually make a ramp up from?
yeah,
the
that's what I was
pillars?
thinking. Yeah.
Like a
Collapse.
controlled demolition.
Yeah, collapse in such a way that we can walk up the collapse.
So, shit. How would you determine that roll? Hold on.
So it could be maybe mechanics, or it could be education.
I would say it's education, because that would be architecture, right?
Yeah, you could call that architecture or like construction related.
Or
so-
physics. I mean,
Yeah.
Education. Yeah.
Kadia, you can make that roll. You're the educated.
Maybe survival?
Yeah.
Kadia ditched us, remember?
Doing something else while they were doing this
Oh,
stuff.
I forgot. You've descended. Actually, you know what? Let's go back on that because your GM forgot you. Kadia, what are you fucking doing?
So I start going down the stairway, and I'm gonna try and peek around the corner, or kind of peek to see what's going on outside, and the floor.
So you reach the first floor. There's kind of a big lobby, but it looks like it may have been an office at one point because there's a desk and very dilapidated and completely terrible condition computers. And there's what looks to be a magnetic door at the front. It looks to be the one that you tried to enter in earlier, but were unable to.
Occupied?
Huh? What?
Occupied?
What?
Is it occupied?
Is the room empty?
Unoccupied.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I was honestly having trouble hearing you. My bad. A room is not occupied.
I'm gonna go to the door. I guess it would be a computer's check, but I want to make this door like locked, so that you can't.
You know the door is locked.
The
just
door
so
is-
you know.
I want to force the lock, like
Extra lock.
stuck in lock.
Damage the locking mechanism so that it can't unlock normally. Is what you're saying? Okay, sure. That would definitely be computers, unless you want to try and brute force it. But I don't think Scarlet.
Nah, I'm gonna go with computer.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
I'm gonna say that's daunting because it's a magnetic door, and the magnetism is definitely controlled via a computer, which is right next to it. I might add. Continue.
Ready?
4.
Oh, what a Chad. Okay. So you hear the door begin to make a really loud grinding noise. At first, you're like, okay, well, this was expected, but eventually you begin to hear very loud engine noises, and the building begins to shake violently.
Excellent. Now I'm gonna go back upstairs.
So as you're going back upstairs, you hear... actually, you know what? Make a perception check. We'll say that's average.
Someone's got to bring this building down. Plus,
Caleb, skullduggery can also work.
That is correct. Skullduggery could work.
For what? The ceiling
The
thing?
roll that Katia made.
success, one threat.
Skullduggery would have had a lower roll. So success. As you're like going up the stairs, you hear the characteristic noise of stormtroopers talking. You can't really make out what they're saying, and then you hear the door try and open. And it just makes a really loud grinding noise.
Excellent. I'm gonna go up and join them and say they're here.
You run into the hallway and say they're here, only to find that there is no one on the second floor.
I'm gonna go over to the elevator shaft and look up the elevator shaft.
You still see a man glop to the side.
You see an Athorian glop to the side of the elevator shaft.
I'm gonna just shake my head and shout out, where are you guys?
I'm right here.
Say, poking your head through your hole.
Feeling pity for Scarlet, I lower the rope back down through the hole.
Get up the rope.
Over here.
Okay,
Iceman,
Sends the fucking rope. All right, guys. I'm gonna give you like 30 seconds to figure out.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna.
Stormtroopers are here. I locked the door downstairs. It won't hold them for long.
Perfect. We need to get to the. Oh, sorry. Perfect. Oh, we need to get to the ship that's above us. It's taking off.
I take out my lightsaber and I cut a hole in the ceiling above me.
we established this. It's like 10 feet up.
Doesn't
You can't
care.
just-
After Scarlet's up, I'll hold him up.
No.
No,
Guys, Tom Knoll takes out his lightsaber and whooshes it around in the air, and then realizes.
Yeehaw! Let's get up to that ship.
no, wait. But back to the roll. Me and Slevard were figuring out because we figured out what we want to do. We just got to figure out mechanically how it's gonna happen.
So I look over to Scarlet. It's like, Scarlet. Oh, we need to make a ramp here from the ground above us. So where do we need to cut?
Okay, what role do I have to? Education?
It's gonna be education, yeah.
Education?
Galaxy brain here. What are you gonna say? It's gonna be.
Calculating.
cut through the pillar.
Education.
Okay. And
Hard. And we're gonna say that there's
I
a
can assist if
setback
you want.
as well. We're gonna say that there's a setback because the
I'm
building
gonna
is
assist.
definitely pretty hard.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was gonna assist.
Too late.
Don't need it.
Kata takes 2 threat. Ooh. So like a big pebble, while you're thinking, just knocked you straight in the fucking nog.
Big pebbles
And you're like, oh! Take 2 strain.
so
So
describe this room to me. What's the scenario?
So this is a it looks like it's the original intent isn't super identifiable, but based on the things that are currently in it, such as like a couple crates here and there, it looks like it's being used for storage. And there's a couple support beams, and they're pretty much the only defining characteristic of the room.
Okay. I'm gonna tell them that what they want to do is drag the crate to, let's see.
I will allow it.
They'll want to drag the crate next to one of the support beams, and then cut approximately a foot to a foot and a half away from the support beam, and use the crate to be able to do it controlled.
Okay. So go ahead and make that attack roll, Scarecrow.
And this is going to be on the side to the wall, so the side that would have more support from the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Super Saiyan here.
Okay. Time to go even further beyond.
Yeah. What kind of roll is it?
It's just it's easy.
It's
It's
just
just like you're trying to hit it in like a wall.
Just
it's
cut a
easy.
hole.
Yeah,
It's too easy.
it's too easy.
Okay, I successfully cut the inanimate object.
Okay, so the pillar falls down in what I can only describe as the perfect example of mathematics in its most optimal form, and makes a ramp up to the roof.
Okay,
As-
Clue.
However, something that maybe wasn't in the original calculations, you see a massive chunk of landing gear also fall through very close to the ramp.
Landing gear.
The YT-1300 is currently tilted.
Wait, whoa. Is the YT? Okay, I'm thinking. My thought here is that we're trying to get to the 4th floor, and then
There's a
that
roof
ship is on
above
the
it.
roof.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's my idea of what we're
Oh,
looking
so
at
that
here.
the 4th floor is the roof.
Yes, I'm sorry. I suck.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, this is great.
That's not what I was thinking either.
I don't think we change
No,
what
this,
we do.
this is
based on
everything
that.
according to how to set.
Yeah. Okay. But now we gotta picture what it
So
is here.
you see a bounty hunter appear at the top of the ramp, and you're pretty sure it's a bounty hunter because you've only ever seen this type of armor in a few places before, and he just aims his gun downward and tries to look very threatening.
Does he succeed?
He's very sheepish despite his threatening demeanor,
Huh.
and I'm aware of the contradiction.
I'm going to try and force pull his weapon out of his hand.
Oh.
Big moves. Big moves.
Okay, let's see how this roll works.
Okay, so you have the 2 force die.
Yeah. So, do I just roll the force die? It says the force user can pull objects out of secure mountings or out of an opponent's grip, and then see page of this rulebook for details.
There's got to be. I feel my feeling is there has to be some kind of opposition to that check, right?
If she's doing the same roll that she was doing before, she rolls to see if she can do it in the first place, and then upgrades the roll with the secondary force die. So like
Yes.
innately,
Okay.
it can just pull things, right? It
Right.
Can, like so, if there was a key card on the counter, it's just pulled. Like that's just what it is.
So there's how far is the bounty hunter away from us?
I would say he's about 10 feet away from you.
So like
Oh, that's
short-
not far.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your move basic power will be able to use that with 1 ability point. pull costs nothing, or sorry, 1 force point, and pull costs nothing. So whatever you roll, you should be able to just pull it out of his hands. Do you have manipulate? Okay, cool. So, so
Because
you
the
could,
other party uses this power a lot.
yeah,
Force is pretty busted.
manipulate's actually kind of interesting. So I would roll your force die first.
Just the one?
Yeah.
Don't you have 2?
Well, how many do
Yeah.
I roll at once?
You can
roll
roll
both.
however much your force rating is.
Yeah.
Is your force rating 2?
Yeah. 2 dark, 1 black. I mean, 2 light, 1 dark.
There we go.
Okay, so you have 3 force points to play with if you want to spend a strain and a conflict to move that other one light. You can use those 3 points.
Well, I only need 2, right? To do what I want to do, so...
Well, you have some points now.
Well, what
You
can
could-
I do?
yeah,
with-
but
I
what
think
would
you
they-
could probably pull him.
Yeah, you can pull him at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if I convert it down?
So 1 point. So 1 point would be spent to activate the power. 1 point would increase the strength, and you could spend another point for whatever else. So you could. I think. Do you have any
Well,
other?
since he's not a stormtrooper, I don't necessarily feel like I need to kill him yet. So I'm just going to disarm him.
You could throw him
So-
into a wall or something.
Only
like that.
blindly kill stormtrooper.
Yeah, but we could still pull him down and make
Yeah.
sure.
Pull him
he's-
next to us because he
Yeah.
probably doesn't have like.
I'm feeling peer
quick range.
pressured.
Frog, this is crucial.
Not gonna, Louise, this is your decision. You make
Yeah.
whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Are you going
No,
to disarm him or de-arm him? Two very different things.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna disarm him.
So you reach out with the force, and you guys see the blaster just fly straight out of his hands, and he just kind of looks bewildered and takes off.
How does he take off?
He runs away from the ramp, and you hear what sounds like metal footsteps.
Where'd the blaster go?
Is on the floor in front of her.
It's in my hand.
Oh, you just pulled
I
it.
just force pulled it into my hand.
Oh, nice.
Let me tell you what you added to your inventory real quick.
Oh.
You added a modified heavy blaster rifle. The modifier is I don't. Oh no, it's actually just called that. Okay, good game, well played.
Bubbles, would this be helpful to you?
I want to say no.
You
Me?
guys are taking so long.
Could you just hang on to that? We have other things to do right now,
Yeah.
and Bubbles runs
Okay.
up the ramp.
Alright, I'll just lean over my shoulder then.
So Bubbles, you fucking just run up the ramp, and right as you reach the top, you see the ramp from the YT-1300 just close, and now the ship is taking off. Because you gotta take
great.
forever. Do you want to fire on the YT-1300?
Pull the ship down.
Oh my
me?
god!
Let's give it a shot! I'll try and pull it to inhibit its movements. You guys shoot at it.
Iceman activates his jump boots and attempts to get on top of the freighter.
Yes.
Oh my!
Okay.
There goes the pull.
No. Okay,
Oh.
Kalo, before the roll happens, could I
Just
flip
so
a
we're,
destiny
I
point?
want to say something real quick. Just real
Yeah.
quick. Scarecrow, this is going to be a stupidly hard roll. Are you sure?
How
Scarecrow.
like is it like going? What's
It's not
describe the
impossible knowing
takeoff?
how crazy your piloting skills.
Yeah, describe the takeoff
Take
for
it
me.
off and has reached almost like top speed by the time you reach up there. You're pretty sure you could jump boot onto it,
Right.
but it's going to be very
So-
challenging because the full momentum, it's at a slant, etc. Go
Okay.
ahead,
Hey.
Sloan.
So could we destiny point to have the ramp still on its way to being closed, so Scarecrow could shoot his way into the ship?
I would allow that. That's fine. Sure.
And so
By the way, one other detail. And while you're seeing the ramp, it's still kind of in the middle of closing. You see that there is an Authorian still just trapped on the elevator shaft.
Just the one?
I never want to hear anyone say Roger, Roger again if Scarecrow's trying this.
I never
Roger.
Roger again. I'm
sorry.
debating just.
I will never say Roger again, ever.
Oh wait,
Got
that's
any other
a
ideas?
roll.
Let's
Frog?
talk to the Authorian.
Strength.
So, Frog, you want to try and force pull a ship down,
Well-
Starkiller style?
Fuck yeah!
Let's say if that's too much, let's
Like-
say that gives a boost to my check because she's
Yeah, like-
impeding its progress.
I don't think I'm gonna be successful, but I do think I'm gonna make it easier for others to do what they need to do.
I will say that if okay, so it has what ship? Let's look up a YG-1300 real quick.
Yeah, so it takes well, it depends on if they're going full throttle or not. But
Full throttle, yeah.
okay. So
It's silhouette.
it's a big
Four, it's huge. So at this point, you're not going to be pulling the whole ship per se. Based on the angle, you're just going to be tugging on the engines, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So make that force roll. You reach the top of the building and you reach out with the force. Right as real quick, Iceman, you're doing this, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
So right as you do so, what can only be described as prophecy, Iceman begins to leap off of the building. Frog, make that force check.
I got 2 light and 1 dark,
convert it.
so I'm
Okay.
gonna convert it.
If so, you. God.
This jump sponsored by Black Wolf CC. Roger, Roger.
So you notice the engines kind of like fade a little bit, and it loses a bit of its speed, and you feel immediately exhausted as you do so, and like hit the floor. Now take 6 strain.
Me?
Iceman, that's gonna be a really hard roll. Here you go, buddy.
Add a conflict for the flip of the force die.
Oh, is that the green counter?
Yes.
Okay. Oh wait, I've only used 1 conflict. There we go.
Okay, so that's everything factored in.
Okay.
Use all of that force
So-
nonsense.
Yeah, I'll remove the 2 setback.
I'm
Unfortunately,
gonna
it's
flip a destiny point.
we already have a destiny point on this check.
No,
For the
he
ramp.
flipped a destiny point. Oh, I mean, sure, but these would be considered separate actions.
I just
Am I
left
wrong
the
here?
door open. That's
Yeah,
all I did.
like
So there's touch of fate for sure.
Yep. So 2 boost. I got my
You already used sense danger.
but I'll use another boost with my sunglasses.
I think we need some better music for this. Hold on, Iceman, don't hold that roll.
Yeah, Scarecrow, before you do this, do you have any like specific wishes for your funeral, or like what?
I believe.
Gonna get chopped in half by the door. Is that what's happening? Yeah, you still have ability. Oh yeah, there you go.
So my girlfriend just texted me, anyone dying tonight?
Funny you should mention that. Oh my god. Who did that? Holy crap.
I think it's time for Scarlet to just walk away from the party.
No one notices.
No one notices.
Make that roll. Come on, make the roll.
Oh my god. Whoa! And I used my
Okay.
ability to give me a triumph on success.
Okay. How are we gonna go through this, Kalo?
I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Okay, let's.
So triumph and
let's
despair
start out of the way.
exists alongside each other. They don't cancel
both-
each other out.
Yeah,
Right,
They
right. They don't
no,
cancel out.
absolutely not.
Just adding that
And they
for anyone
can't- like,
watching
there's
who
no-
may be thinking.
There's no cheesiness. One can't cheese like you can't just like
Right, right.
oh it gives me a slight boost versus the despair. No, absolutely not. All right, what do you want that triumph to do?
Well, let's work through the success advantage first.
No, we're gonna work
You
the
start with the
triumph
triumph?
first. Yeah. Remember, you just jumped off of a building to get onto a starship. We're gonna solve that triumph first.
Yeah.
Who's in the ship? You could.
Let's say there's only one person in the ship, and that's the person piloting it.
That I will not allow that because that is
Uh,
fundamentally wrong.
How's that fundamentally wrong?
Because you got shot at by 4 people and they are not on the roof.
half of they okay. More than one person should still be glopped. I glopped several people.
The person who was glopped is still on the building. Your
Tanner,
glop did
I think
matter.
you're underestimating how easy it
The power
is
of
to
the
get out of
glop.
the glop. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of shit.
I believe in the glop.
I'm just imagining Iceman looking at his glop grenade so fondly, like, mwah.
You know the glue that's kind of like that's stuck on the side of some like plastics. It's really shitty. It just kind of peels off, and it feels weird, but it's not really sticking to anything. That's basically what the glop is.
Let's say
Someone donated $20 with Roger. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's why I said the roll was sponsored by Black Wolf CC.
I wasn't sure what you meant. Sorry. That's phenomenal.
I don't know what let's see.
So a few options we can take here are we can have something involved with the Athorian that's with us to affect the ship in some way.
It was a piloting check.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's say
Well,
what if
the triumphs don't necessarily have to be
yeah, that's
directly
fair.
involved.
That's fair.
well, what if there are a couple of people right inside the ramp and they're just so stunned to see
Real quick,
Scarecrow come rocketing in that
because
they
he
drop
said
their
that-
weapons?
Yeah.
because he said that, I need to. Iceman, where were you trying to jump on the ship?
No, we established I went in
Because in my mind, and I just want to make sure that I didn't get it wrong. You just jumped on the top of the ship. Where were you trying to jump?
I'm inside the landing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
inside the
okay.
ship now.
All right. I'm just
I
making
went in-
sure.
Yeah. I went in through that open door.
All right. So the triumph for the what do you want it to be?
So, yeah,
go ahead.
Two options that we've currently thrown out. One, you had the people that are inside the ship are so incredibly stunned by the act that you've done. They don't even have their weapons. Like they've already dropped them off. They're sitting down, chilling out. Oh, we finally left this place, and then you just come screaming in.
I don't mind that one.
So you arrive on the ramp. Success. You see two armored men. They kind of like turn around in what can only be described as complete and utter horror. And even though you can't see past their faceplate, based on the like their body language, they are completely taken aback. For advantage, what do you want that to be?
I don't know. I'll lose some strain, and I don't even know what else I'd do with it.
Strain's probably pretty useful here, but you're at 2 right now, right?
Yeah, just loaded
That's
by one. That was
static.
only 3.
Yeah.
3 left.
You could have flown into like a covered area, so they wouldn't be able to like immediately get a shot off on you.
Let's
Like you
say
crash into barrels or something like that, and they're kind of on top of you in a way that makes it difficult to hit you.
I don't know if I want... Let's say, man. No, let's say they're engaged with me. They're just like right at the doorway.
Okay, sure. Sure, question mark. 1 second.
Your lightsabers drawn
And he never comes back.
spinning around.
Yeah.
A bunch of like aileron rolls.
Yeah, I helicopter in there with my lightsabers ignited.
I got to do the Doppler effect on this.
Ugh. Okay, and let me find the dudes. And this will be fine. Okay, so the despair. Good lord, what could the despair be? So you
I know what
guys
I would do.
I want to hear it now. What would you do? Because I already know what I'm gonna do.
I would make those blasted jump boots cease to exist. That's
I
what
would make those blasted jump boots stay on, so we can't turn them off.
No, I've got a better plan. So you land and you're trying. You reach to try and because I already know you, Iceman.
Wait, I
to
think
try and ignite your lightsaber.
Explode. It would be very hilarious for someone who cuts off hands.
These just explode.
What explode?
Your feet.
Your feet.
Feet explode?
Yeah, your jump boots
Exploding
explode.
knees.
You lose your feet.
That's a lot for one to spare. I'll leave
Yeah.
Iceman.
What? What?
Here I thought you were gonna murder him.
Tarsals have turned into a fine paste.
So you guys
can't
notice
murder
that
me
as
for-
he- All right, let me finish. You notice he lands on the ramp, right? And it kind of like closes finally, and then you hear the unmistakable sound of Imperial blaster fire as it literally hits the engines of the ship that has recently been affected by the Force, and you notice the ship is currently going down. Iceman, I think you're the person that needs to take the reins here. What are you doing?
We ask ourselves that every session.
You feel the rumble, by the way, of the ship, and you're the unmistakable light flicker and like veering of the ship as you like slam into the wall from the shift of the ship tumbling to its inevitable doom. You know what's going on. You're a pilot.
Right. So am I convinced that the ship is going down for sure?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm convinced of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll.
I mean, you're such a fucking good pilot. I mean, fucking Val Kilmer would know.
Right. Okay. In that case, I'd like to open the door again, please.
You have a man in front of you. He reaches into his pocket.
Is the door
He's
open?
currently blocking. No, he's blocking the switch. He pulls out a vibro knife.
Oh, it's cutting time.
It's. I'll ignite my lightsaber and cut the door open. Cut the door open and jump out.
Do you still have your drop suit on?
Sure do, baby.
He gets on the ship, decides he doesn't want to be on the ship, leaves
Oh,
the ship.
I mean, I was supplied new information. I wanted to get on the
that's-
ship when it was flying. It can no longer fly. I no longer want to be on the ship. I think that's pretty reasonable.
How do we resolve him cutting through doors, Lever? That's the real question.
Okay, so generally, Star Wars rules are you cut a door, it closes. That's generally a destiny point, at least how it's stated in the books.
When you cut a door, it closes.
Yeah, so like whenever you cut or like shoot it at a door, you can close the door. type
Door
of thing.
controls.
Yeah, door controls. Yeah.
Right.
Um,
But what about cutting a door open? Or not even, let's say door. Like, I'm just cutting whatever, I'm just cutting it open.
yeah. So if you're cutting through like ship hole like that, it's probably going to take a bit of time with the lightsaber.
It would take a while.
Like think
Like,
Qui-Gon,
think
think
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon in episode 1. Yeah.
Okay, then
You can repair the ship as it's crashing too, right?
Well, that-
so
see, that's why I asked, how convinced am I that it's going down? And Kayla made
I
it
mean,
sound
you
like
could try and
it's...
ascertain the ship. So, I mean, okay. You can try and ascertain the ship's hull points.
Okay,
I
I would
mean,
like to
that would-
try and ascertain the ship's hull points.
Good lord. That's going to be piloting, because that's like the only applicable stat I could think of, because he doesn't have a fucking computer in front of him. And
if he's trying to feel how it's going, you can feel like if the engine's blown or something like that. Is that how
Yeah.
you're describing it?
I mean, admittedly, okay, so We'll just say it's formidable. You're like, this is not the type of place to be to ascertain hull points,
Right,
and that's my
right,
reasoning
right.
for the difficulty.
Right. It's too easy.
You are reasonably sure it's at -5 or maybe -3.
So does that mean?
The ship is like very damaged.
But is it recoverable? Is it?
Well, it
Can it
depends
be
on if
salvaged?
In flight.
Can you
In flight.
succeed?
Can I? Yeah.
Like how many? Remember, it's how much. Not only that, you have 2 dudes in front of you who are not going to let you do this.
You have charisma,
Well,
buddy.
well,
you have charisma.
That's what I'm
Use
saying.
that cool.
Yeah. I'm not about to just like fight these dudes and then try to repair the ship. No.
Okay, so these 2 guys have pulled out vibro knives and they are starting to advance on you.
Be like, hey man, I'm not here for you guys. Clearly, if you had noticed, the ship it's about to impact the ground. I don't know if you recognized me. I pull off my disguise and reveal myself as a champion starship racer,
Local hero.
Oh
local hero,
Oh no!
Edicio Iceman Kilmero.
That would be a
And-
destiny point if you want to use that.
I'll use that. Flip it.
So one of them steps forward and like puts a hand on the shoulder of the other guy, and says, "Make that persuasion check." You're negotiating with them.
That could be cool to diffuse the situation too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? How difficult?
It's gonna be hard with a setback. It's pretty loud. It's hard for them to hear you. The ship's rumbling. What'd you say? I don't care who you are. You just destroyed my ship. And then he reaches forward and tries to punch you, or stab you. My bad.
I stab him back.
Good lord. Okay, before we roll initiative for what I can only describe as stupid nonsense, what are you guys doing while you witness this ship being blasted out of the sky?
I'm walking back towards the Ithorian.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, so was
They
Bubbles.
just turn around. They don't even care.
He's a lost cause.
Yeah, no, I think this is before we actually hear or see it be shot down. So,
Yeah, well, he's
Or we know
prepping to
everything's
jump. This is
fine.
basically what I'm doing.
Okay, so you reach the Ithorian, who is currently gloop-glopped onto the edge, and then you hear the loud explosion of the YT-1300 being shot.
Again?
how many times is that now?
Every time.
Sounds about right.
We have a
Yeah, I'm sure he's
100%
fine.
destruction rate on our ships.
The cool customer's still alright.
Yeah.
Our ships.
So the Ithorian says, "No!" as he watches as his ship gets destroyed.
It's not destroyed, just damaged.
Still technically flying.
Alright,
Decide what you want to ask, and I'm only going to allow for a couple actions here.
Scarlett's gonna look over the edge of the building and try and see like what's going on. Are there stormtroopers outside the building, or
There is a massive Imperial complement outside of the building. There is what looks to be a very large tank, right? And a gun battery that looks hastily assembled. Also, you can make a perception check if you want. I'll say it's hard.
I'll relay that information. Do we look surrounded?
Oh, yeah.
Are we talking an AA battery? What was that?
Yes.
Okay.
So make that, or not Slav, Kahniji, make that hard perception check.
Oh, sure. Sorry. I think mine's 2.
To what?
2 green.
2 Star Warses.
2 Star Warses.
Like, my only utility in this situation would be trying to convince Iceman very loudly that he's not falling, which I don't think helps.
Or it might make him feel better.
the loud noise of the
Two,
Imperial gunfire and the ship falling down, you don't hear very much. Patty, I already rolled for you because you suck.
Oh, well, I rolled 2-2.
Where? What sheet?
Probably rolled at someone else's thing.
You did.
No, she's on hers at the back right. And that
That's no. The 2-2's on mine.
Oh, no, there's also 2-2 on hers. Oh, no, there's 2-3 on hers. Never
I
mind.
just clicked roll because I assumed Katia was not at her computer.
Yeah, I was at the wrong one. I rolled on Slevs
Oh.
or whoever. that
Oh,
one was.
Kalo meant... Okay, Kalo, you meant you rolled it on her. Okay. I thought you meant you rolled it on yours.
I mean, I'm really not trying to dick around, Katia. We can take the roll you actually made.
Sure.
So, you also notice that the penthouse that you guys landed at also seems to have an Imperial complement outside of it.
Oh no!
Okay, I'll relay that. Like, guys, they got our ship. They got us surrounded.
I give up.
Okay, because I know Tom wants to do something. Tom, what do you want to do before I go back to Iceman's falling?
I was just going to talk to the Ithorian. I don't think I would have had time to really say anything more in this time, so I'm happy to resolve Iceman's death before we...
Oh, non-believer.
Iceman, roll cool.
Wait, is there an action that I could do before we move over to Iceman?
Sure, especially because Tom didn't do anything. What do you like?
Okay. So I'm going to go over to the Gloptothorian and try to command him to say, like, look, the only way we're going to get out of this situation is if we work together. And I put out my hand.
That's a leadership check.
That was so heroic.
Uh,
I'm
You're
enamored.
slightly slimy.
it looks kind of disdainfully at your slimy hands.
I wipe it against my shirt a little bit.
All right,
Caleb.
what's up?
How would one contact off-world?
What?
If you had a long-range communicator or a shipboard communicator.
Text.
The one thread is it's pretty hard to lift that Ithorian out of the gloop glop, and you take one strain and you pull the Ithorian up, and Iceman real cool because they are trying to beat you to death.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Oh my god.
That's vigilance, right?
Wait, cool or vigilance?
I would say it's cool because he planned to go into this.
Okay.
What if I want it to be vigilance?
Do you want it to be vigilance?
Yes.
Because this is an either or thing.
Yeah, I think so. I have more dice with vigilance.
Made a game.
Wait, the guy who's always going on about how cool he is?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, I'm also a pretty vigilant dude.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Is that how you maintain your cool?
atheist.
Look at this.
See, I'm vigilant as fuck.
Jesus. Okay, so the triumph is gonna mean that so it's enemy, you, and an enemy. Now, the triumph also means that you get a free maneuver.
Can I use that maneuver to once again tell them, hey guys, seriously, if you want to get out of this alive, I can help you.
That's a free action.
Okay, can I just say that now anyway?
I mean, you've already tried to. You could try another means to persuade them, like intimidation.
Yeah, I'll ignite both my lightsabers.
I'll say that provides a boost. That's a pretty spooky weapon.
And I hold them like, horizontal off both my sides to like make myself seem bigger at the same time.
Okay, so it's gonna be red, purple, purple.
Flexing.
yeah. Try to puff myself up. What is this? A
Coercion.
coercion check?
It's going to be your willpower coercion.
Yeah. Luckily, it's actually not bad.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
Look at this dude.
So they kind of like shrink backwards and say, I mean, I may have this armor, but I don't want to deal with this man. And one runs off into the ship and just like disappears. And the other one says, all right, what would you do? He just kind of accepts his the fact that he lost that intimidation check.
None of us like the Empire. Clearly, I have no business. I want nothing to do. I don't need to know what you guys are doing. Not interested. You put me in that pilot seat, I'll get us all out of here.
Okay, so bear in mind, you cannot pilot this ship while it's at the negative HP bar.
But first, I need to go fix the ship.
You can't be that high up.
Well, Kalo said that it's attemptable, right? So
Yeah, you could try.
So I'll calm back up and say, I'll come back up to Val Kilmer over here, to Iceman, and say, "How's it going up there? You look like you're in a bit of trouble.
a little busy now, can't talk."
Need some help preparing it?"
Like, yes. Metagame.
So I want this remaining dude to show me to
So he showed you to the engine room.
Yeah. Let me get a lay of the land. Can I identify the problem? Is there something
ship's been
smoking
shot
on
in
the
the engine with an incredibly powerful weapon. In fact, there's a massive hole. You could probably repair it, but it's going to be pretty hard.
Well, might as well. I asked this guy to give me a hand and hold on to your butts.
Okay, he will give you one boost. The difficulty to repair.
Are you doing
levered
damage
for
control?
negative? Yeah, it's going to be.
Okay. So there's two ways you can do this: damage control and manual repairs. So you'll see it, right there. Scarecrow's on it. So over threshold is hard, using athletics for repairing is always hard. Then on successful check, you remove 1 point of hull trauma and an additional point for each success.
Yeah, it is each success. I mean, we've been over that with Bob.
Manual repairs is every 2 success you get 1 point, but damage control where you're using mechanics.
So there's no reason I would want to use manual repairs over damage control unless my roll one way or the other was just much better, right?
Yeah, so if your athletics is significantly better than your mechanics, then you should definitely use athletics.
Which it is. It's double the dice.
Yeah. I would use athletics.
Okay.
Are there any crits on the ship?
There's 2 actually.
Okay, well, since you're over threshold, repairing a crit wouldn't actually allow you to still fly the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
Wait, what do you mean?
it's just a hard roll.
Okay. So this is
getting assisted by the other.
Yeah, I got
that's
the
he's
boost for that.
factored in the boost.
Oh, awesome. Sad days.
didn't work.
What do you want to do with advantage, buddy?
I say, well, I tried and I jump out the hole.
Yeah, so you've spent a lot of time staying in a falling up.
Yeah, so I
Cannot
jumped out.
the hole.
What?
As you attempt to no, hold on. As you attempt to reach the hole, you quickly realize that this ship is right above water. Like you could, if you spat, you could probably send it straight into the ocean. You can still jump out, but you will be in the ocean.
I mean,
It is a ship. It will eventually sink. I'm just making sure that you are feeling like you're in control as a player.
I feel like my odds are better. Well, how fast are we going? Is this going to ship disintegrate on impact, or is it just going to hit and then?
It wouldn't disintegrate on impact. No, it would definitely be a hard landing, even with the water. But it wouldn't just like you're dead.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just sit in the ship then and crash with it.
Okay, make a daunting, actually formidable athletics check.
Is that
It's
one
5
more?
difficulty. You take one wound and one strain as the ship impacts the water, and your head kind of like accidentally bashes into where you were trying to repair, and you just kind of you have a splitting headache now. The ship is beginning to fill up with water, and with that, I think we're gonna go back to actually, Corey. Can we do like a 10-minute break real quick?
Sure. So we'll be back at 10:30, and we'll be killing people. By people, I mean Iceman.
The worst of it's over, baby.
And we're back.
Okay, so we're back with Tom Nolan, who just witnessed my boy Pad pull up the Ithorian. Artoz quickly runs over and says, Guys, the ship went down! Iceman was on it!
Did it blow up?
He points to the floating white T-1300 in the water.
Yeah, see, he's fine.
Is there anything we can do to help him?
He's over there. We're right here, surrounded by, how many stormtroopers did you say?
I mean, no one counted.
Hey,
But
Scarlet,
we
did you count the
many.
stormtroopers?
Thanks, Kadia. Good riveting addition.
Alright, cool. But anyway, a lot. So, all things considered, I think he's in a better position than we are.
I mean, yeah, he's not surrounded. There's that.
So what's that boat doing coming for the Falcon over there? Or for the YT-1300?
Are you flipping a destiny point? Is that what I'm being led to believe? Okay, alright, yeah. A boat, huh? What? Alright, yeah, there's a boat out there. We're not going to say what boat because you're too far away.
Yeah.
So the authorities says, thank you, they broke my ship.
So that
Well,
was
we're not-
your ship?
Well, no, it's not my ship. I tag along. But it feels like home.
Do you know Billy? Were you expecting us?
So Corey, you could make a perception check on the Ithorian if you want to.
Okay. Now I want to
you like
ask the
to?
name of this ship.
Uh,
No, I'm
there's-
doing it. I'm checking my perception.
It's gonna be average. No, this was just me. I know what you said. Don't worry about it. There are massive suture marks right where his brain is located.
So
They
his
look-
head?
Mm-hmm. Remember, Thorians have weird ass heads.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't sure how to describe it. But I think you can at least agree. Like, I don't know.
Okay. It's just weird saying where his
Yeah,
brain
no,
is.
you're right. It is, but like, I wasn't sure how to describe it. A Thorian's, I don't know.
Right next to his brain face.
Doc.
Yeah, his brain face. Yeah, got him. The suture marks look like they've been recently disturbed.
Huh.
And what was it you asked him?
Whether he was expecting us or whether he knows Billy.
I don't know anyone named Billy.
Were you expecting anyone to come get this ship?
Well, we were supposed to meet back up with the rest of everybody because we were smuggling something.
That's strange information to just offer up to strangers.
Well, you don't exactly seem like the authority figure.
Yeah, you seem like the authority
Authority
figure.
figure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got him. Recover a strain.
Mm,
Oh wait, I should be more somber right now. My alleged friend is exploding.
No.
mean,
We've established I've crash landed.
Well,
What's your
I don't
confidence?
know that.
Yeah, that Bubbles said that, right?
Yeah, we saw the ship just floating on the water.
Yeah, I don't know you're okay.
Wait,
I mean-
how would it just float?
Well, it's
I
starting
mean,
to sink.
it's not floating.
It's a ship, Frog. Ships
Yeah,
float.
Well-
Eventually, it's gonna sink. Like, let's be
Okay, so
clear.
we've got the Titanic situation here. It'll sink in 2 hours.
What?
That's what's happening, right? It's slowly sinking.
Let's continue, Corey. Jesus. I'm assuming you want to question him.
What is this building? Are you usually here? Do you ever come here? Were you smuggling stuff to here or from here? What was the relationship between you and here?
Oh well, we use this to meet up with our suppliers.
Who owns this building then?
I have no idea.
So is this? Is it always the same people that you deal with here though?
So he looks a little like this is the first time he looks like he's trying to withhold information. He looks to be an incredibly terrible liar. Well, not always.
What's your name?
We don't have a name.
We?
Oh boy.
Who is we?
He just kind of stares off into the distance.
Can I do a? Have I heard of something like this before? Like where somebody's kind of been like mind wiped, kind of like how.
Oh, you're trying to make a real hard medicine check, aren't you? That because there's two roles I would accept for that: it's education and medicine.
Okay.
By the way, if the audience is noticing, I'm really trying to make sure people can actually use education because it's a useless stat. Sleva, that would be hard.
Hard? Okay.
With a setback, because, I mean, Ithorians aren't exactly known for giving away their biology.
If you want, I could do a xenology check before that.
That could give you a boost if you succeed. We'll say that's average.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Well, if I'm going to preface that roll before that, I'm going to go ahead and overcharge myself.
Wait, what?
You
You take some drugs?
Saying for the brain.
So once per encounter, the character may take an overcharge action by making a hard mechanics check and choosing one of his cybernetic implants that grants him one or more of the following: +1 to a characteristic rating, +1 to a rank, or to a rank of a skill, or a +1 to a talent. If he succeeds until the end of the encounter, the chosen cybernetic provides an additional +1. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick.
Okay.
It's like STEM application except for
Wow, what is this?
yeah.
This feels like cheating.
There we go.
Urban success. He becomes the universe. Galaxy brain. A massive strand of sweat runs down your face. Take one strand.
Gets in my eye. I start blinking heavily
Oh no.
as my cybernetics start whirring in my brain.
So
I'm boosting my
the
intellect.
original question you wanted to know if this was a medical procedure.
Yes. If it's some more like I probably want to roll education for this. It's more like is there something that I can recall where there's like a brainwashing technique or something like that that's used like in this type of method?
Yeah, I mean you succeeded on that roll. I don't know why you're like trying to warp me up here.
This roll is specifically to boost my brain power. The next is the actual roll.
Oh. So wait, why did you? Okay, continue.
Yeah, so this is to boost my intellect up +1. The next one is an education roll, and that's a hard roll.
That's
You
correct.
said? Okay. Okay. My eyes are becoming bloodshot as I'm thinking really hard. 1 success, 1 advantage.
It's a procedure for especially violent Ithorians. It's akin to what humans call
Lobotomy?
lobotomy. Yes,
Okay.
but they still, are people at the end of it.
Okay, so
You're also definitely keened in on this because you too have noticed the massive suture marks on him.
okay, so I'll go back to. So, does he have? Am I able to find any like identification on him or anything like that?
I mean, you could. Are you just
I'll
reaching
pat
into
him
his
down.
pockets?
I'm patting him down.
Okay, all right. He looks at you a little concerned, and you pull out his data pad.
Okay.
Could have just asked.
I'm sorry, buddy. You've been through a lot. Okay. I'll whip open that data pad and check to see if there's any like shipping manifest or anything like that that we can tie back to.
There is one shipping manifest, but it doesn't seem to have a name for any Ithorian. It does have the ship name and the pilots on board and the crew, though. None of them are related to the Ithorian, though.
Is the ship like the transponder there? Am I able to recognize the ID of the ship to figure out like what the make and model was?
There you go, Slayer.
Okay. This is a really weird ship name. Ascending Snail? What the heck is this? Is that what that ship was?
Yeah, I think it's a nice name.
The what?
Oh, I read that wrong. Avedon Hale.
Oh, that's way worse. Why would anybody name a ship
Ascending
that?
Snail was ours.
I don't know. My brain is well, it's not lobotomized, but it's not working the same way.
Oh my god!
So who's on the roster then?
Let's see. I'll list off the people up. Let's see. There's is that Thar? Have you heard that name?
He kind of looks at you and says, "I don't know who that is."
So is there? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So let's just run down the list here. Do you know Waldern?
Oh, he's really nice to me.
Did who is he?
He flies the ship.
Is he flying it now?
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Well, he was flying it, but now it's in the water.
I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna open up comms with Scarecrow, and
Back to Scarecrow, who is now.
yeah. I'm gonna open up. My goodness! I am going to open up comms with Scarecrow and walk through all the names so he can hear what.
When we cut back to Iceman, can he be like staring kind of solemnly out a window?
Sure, we could say that you blacked out a little, I guess. What the hell? Like, what? He just blacks out staring at a window? Like,
He too has been lobotomized.
Yeah, a glass of wine in one hand, he's kind of swirling slowly.
So you hear your communicator start to indicate that someone's trying to get in contact with you. As you reach for it, I assume, you notice that the ship is currently filling with water. Beginning to sink.
Waldern, who is this guy?
Slever, continue.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm asking Thar again for these other names.
Oh my god.
Vuz.
I hate that rat.
I knew it!
You have to do it with the extra like. I knew it. Okay. There's other pneumatics.
He's really mean to me.
Silk.
She messed with she messed with this, and he points to the massive like scars that he has.
Oh, okay. Stay away from that one. And Renly.
Baratheon?
He likes chocolate a little too much. I don't understand.
This is some deep information we're getting here.
We were
Iceman,
supposed to meet these other people while we were here, and they didn't show up.
I think we're these other people.
I don't know you.
Did you know the people who were supposed to show up?
Yeah, we've met them before because we helped them.
Who are they?
I don't know their names. I just hit things.
Interesting. Okay,
Just
who are
hit
they
over.
doesn't need to be their name, but describe them in whatever way you're capable of.
Well, they were really mean to me once, but I don't really remember too much about that.
Okay, any more? You say we're not them. In what ways specifically are we not like them?
Well, I've met them before, and I don't even know who the hell you are.
How did you meet them before?
Well, we were on this mission, and they were paying us lots, and they've been doing it for a while. It's pretty nice. And he kind of like takes out a couple credit chips. They gave me all these.
How long have you been this?
I've been me.
Can I ask a question? Weren't we surrounded by like Imperial
You
forces?
are, but thankfully Kadia has helped.
But so they haven't been able to get through whatever Scarlet did then?
You could probably surmise that, yes.
Okay, I'm just checking. It just feels like we're being able to talk for too long.
Well, there's a lot going on besides just what's on the roof.
Okay.
So we're 3 floors up, right?
4.
No, 4 was the
It's a
roof.
3-story
Frog.
building, and we're on the roof.
Oh, okay.
What would that be, like long range?
Probably long. So,
Okay.
where are you at right now, Bubbles?
Probably peeking over the edge to see just how many stormtroopers there are.
After a while, you lose count. You got up to about 50.
Oh, see, Bubbles can count.
They have tanks. There's too many to fight. We need to either find a way to get out of here.
They look to be pretty. Their interest is temporarily occupied by the recently crashed hail.
We leave now.
Maybe we can take your new Athorian friend with us if you still wanna talk with him. But
Do we? Does it look like the stormtroopers are where the window was on the second floor?
I assume they're out front, which is where the window was.
There is a crew, Bubbles, that looks like they're trying to get past the door.
Do they look like they're having any kind of success?
There's a massive welder, but you can't make out much more than a bunch of blinding light coming from it because you don't have
The nearest building.
I mean, so if we pull out this awesome map that's made by Slever,
I know that there's buildings close, but how close is the nearest building?
you cannot jump to them. Don't even ask. You could try and pistol to them, but
I was thinking pistoling to him. I think our best bet is an ascension pistol, and then trying to shimmy across the rope while they're distracted.
Well,
Can't go down. They've surrounded the building. Unless, I mean, we can ask the Athorian. Maybe he knows another way out.
I don't think he knows much.
That's coming from
He wins
Bubbles.
to that, and he stands up. He's been sitting this whole time, if you're wondering.
Hey, Pad, is there a picture on that roster of any of the people?
I'll scan around in the data.
There
set.
is. There are
What is-
identification photos.
Oh, what do these photos look like?
So Silk looks to be another Athorian. Maddox looks like okay, sorry. He's got fully clad in armor with a T-shaped visor and an antenna on the side. And the other one just looks what's the word? New.
The other one?
Very green friendly.
So are Waldern and Vuzz's pictures on there?
Yeah.
Okay. Pat, can you pass that over to me? Quickly?
I toss it.
And hey Thar, was it Waldern or Vuzz you didn't like?
I mean, sometimes Vuzz was alright.
Okay, Waldern
But I
it is.
didn't like him.
I transform into Waldern.
Do we see any of his body, or do we just see the head?
The head. So it's just his head.
I mean,
changes.
I figure I know General Clatuinian.
You don't know how pudgy Waldern is.
Oh, I don't think Thar's in any shape to notice that. I mean, I have such a low opinion of him. I'm going to transform in front of him and still try to talk to him like I'm Waldern. So, all right.
That's metagaming right there, baby.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
No, I think it fits the character.
Yeah, I'm saying Tomnal has that opinion of him. Not if it was Vuzz's opinion of him, then that's different.
Okay, continue.
Because he looks like an idiot right now.
Yeah, there was that one time on Ilum that he got really goofy. Right, Frog?
That's a story for a different party.
Yeah, average resilience check.
And an alternate.
I actually.
You're a sandwich! And he like steps back from you.
What did he say? You're a manwich?
You must be a witch.
Oh.
I don't like witches.
Hey Thar, it's me.
That's your pal Walder.
It's me, Waldern.
No, you're a witch.
I was disguised as a Clawdite. Have you heard of a Clawdite before?
I don't believe you.
Which?
Okay, you're right. I'm not really Waldern. Is there like a little corner that I can just go around where I wouldn't be in Thar's line of sight and then just walk right back in?
You can go down the ramp that was made.
All right. So I just like sort of peek out of view and then I peek back in. Thar, there was a fake me down there. Are you all right?
God.
I know you think I'm stupid, but I bet he's not down there. There's no fake Waldern. You're the fake Waldern.
Influence.
God.
Hey, so, unrelated question. Does anybody have a grenade?
That's gonna be hard, by the way. Versus his discipline, it's hard.
I do not.
I don't. 3
I don't think
success. And
Don't have the flamethrower.
Yeah, that can't
Dark
reach
side.
long distance.
There we go.
though.
I got this rifle that
It could what?
I got from that bounty hunter. You want this rifle?
No, I have a minigun.
He
Okay.
spins it up a little. So you succeed. Oh, Waldern!
Hey, buddy.
Did you manage to find those Athorian prostitutes?
No.
Should have said yes.
We're gonna have to go back to the ship and check on it. I guess. Maybe. What's going on here, buddy?
These random people helped me. I thought I was dead.
Yeah, we were supposed to be picking them up. We should-
throws an Athorian route. I don't know. We weren't.
Remember, Thar, I do the thinking for this crew. Don't you just hate that Vuzz guy? Yeah. We're bonding.
You're turning into a real Vuzz here the way you're talking to me.
Well, let's not throw around Vuzzes.
Say.
A real buzzkill. You need to...
That's cruel, and I don't like it. I'm in this picture, and I don't like it. Okay, Thar. Anyways, we need to go down to the ship, down to the
rebels here
Abaddon. Yes. But we have some stormtroopers
Maybe
downstairs.
they'll have the prostitutes I was looking for.
What is wrong with you? Yeah, let's go to the ship though. Come on, you should come with us and tell us everything you know, because
That sounds
I've been
great.
busy.
Are we gonna find them? Those Thorian girls?
Yeah, there'll be so many Ithorian girls.
Turned me down last time.
Can't imagine why. Let's go.
Okay, let's go back to Iceman, because Iceman, you've heard them mention these names, and you're kind of like in a sinking ship, literally. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna head to the bridge. And,
What?
What do you mean
Alright,
what?
you head to the fucking bridge.
Wait, what?
You head to the bridge, and there is a passed out, Klatooinian, and a what looks to be a furry dog.
Does this ship have any escape pods on it?
What?
There are no escape pods.
Thank you, Slivered. I already knew that, but thank you.
Well, I didn't. That's why I asked.
There are no escape pods on this vessel.
I'm trying to prevent Caleb from breaking right there.
I'm gonna use my comlink to contact Billy.
You get a busy signal.
I'm gonna leave a very strongly worded message suggesting that it's very important that they answer my call.
Finally, the comm picks up, and it's like, "Oh, hey, you really shouldn't be calling me right now.
Yeah.
You guys get away?"
Well, partly.
She's like, "Oh, wait, no, you didn't." You can hear the visible or audible disdain in her voice. Okay.
Yeah, the escape route you set up for us kind of sucked. So
I assumed you would
we
have been
could,
fast enough.
fast enough. You didn't say. You could have warned us. Hey, by the way, the people ship I'm sending you to, you have to steal.
Do
You know what?
think
I'm not even gonna get into it.
No, you know what? No. I told you of a ship. Do you think people just leave ships lying around?
I assume they do when people tell them, "Hey, go. There's this ship here for you to take." I figured an Imperial Admiral.
and I will continue to do so because I value all of you immeasurably. But I do not appreciate the accusation that I've intentionally misled you.
I'm not saying anything of that nature. Let's not get into that. Right now, we got a little issue with some of us, i.e., me, being on a ship in the water here. The other guys surrounded by some nasty-looking stormtroopers. So, need a little assistance.
Give me a minute.
What about the boat that was coming towards you?
Slever, you're dreaming again.
So the water continues to fill up. You notice that the small furry rat dog thing has its head under the water.
I'll pick them up and drag them towards the ramp or an exit that can be exited when I want to. I don't exit yet.
Okay. Eventually, Billy comes back and says, "There is a boat on its way to your ship right now. Get on board and just trust me, all right?"
And the situation on land.
I've done as much as I can do.
Well, they'll be happy to hear it. I'll talk to you later, girl. And then I end the comm link.
Is the most Iceman thing to say. Oh,
That's the most Val Kilmer thing to say.
oh yeah.
I can just feel Billy's disgust as as that call ended.
Visible.
At the same time, she knows she likes it.
Oh my God.
Billy,
Take a strain.
Who's slimier, Iceman?
Has the boat arrived?
The boat has arrived, and you notice that there is a lot of stormtroopers on it.
I toss the small furry dog at one of them and start dragging the other one to the boat and say, "About time."
The other one, sorry, so 4 stormtroopers help you onto the ship, and one of them just instantly batons you in the head.
That
How
tracks.
what effect does it have on me?
You are knocked unconscious.
Okay, 'cause I was about to say, I was about to. All right, continue.
All right, so let's go back to the crew that's not currently in an Imperial boat.
This seems like a great situation.
Who all is still wearing a drop suit?
I guess I am. I never mentioned I changed.
That must have been weeks ago.
Oh, Jesus! We were, Commander Bane. They fucked it up.
What? When we were promised a ship to get to Dathomir, we thought it was a
Hey,
ship that we
Iceman,
could
would you
come
say
get.
that you're in a boatload of trouble?
God.
No, I was promised that this was my boat of rescue, so no.
All right. Any Any suggestions? Bubbles? What are we doing?
I do have this repulsor assist unit. I was never clear on whether it actually acted as an ascension pistol.
It was like a climbing gear type of thing. You may be
So not an ascension pistol.
You may be able to throw like a grappling hook, maybe.
Wasn't it something we said like essentially like carried cargo for you, but it didn't like
That one, no. There was something else that it can.
No,
either
that one
carry-
also can reduce encumbrance of
Yeah.
something you're carrying.
Yes, it can do both. It reduces difficulty by 2 for climbing, and it can carry up to 7 encumbrance.
Okay, so we can go down, but not across, is what we're getting out of that.
Well,
So you're saying you want to clamp down on this clamp to just slide down the building?
we
Not yet, no. Is the building completely surrounded by
yeah.
stormtroopers? Okay.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So
You hear a loud banging noise, what sounds like something metal falling.
okay, is the rope long enough for us to, for it to like connect over to an adjacent building?
Fuck no.
Okay,
Like, no.
no. Okay, so the rope is only like maybe a story or 2 in terms of
Yeah.
height. Okay.
Yeah. There's not much to connect to. You guys are pretty close to the water.
Well, options we have here. Jump in the water.
Are we gonna die if we do that?
At this height, it'll hurt.
Can we even
Again,
reach the water?
At least a couple of us have armored drop suits. I have a gravity belt thing, which I've never used. It might work.
Have you been in that suit since Mustafar?
It's growing in
Well, not
environments in
like
here, right?
all the time, but I don't have any other armor now.
You smell horrible.
No, I don't. I don't sleep in my armor. What is wrong with you?
Did you know Bubbles likes to sleep commando?
so it's either all on or all off for you people?
Iceman, you're not here. You're unconscious on your rescue ship.
And somehow the safest among us.
Is there another building with an ascension pistol range? Since we don't have another way off this.
No.
We don't have an ascension pistol, as far as I'm aware.
We don't have one.
I calm Billy.
What do we have?
Silly man.
There is no response.
I
We
calm
have a way
Billy
for
again.
some of us to not die in a fall.
Billy can't do anything else for us. They're distracted. We need to try and exit out the back.
I'm not aware of
There
Billy
is no
having
back.
done
The
anything
building
for
is
us.
surrounded.
We are surrounded. That's what Caleb said earlier, at least.
Yes.
But you didn't know that. Oh wait, you knew yours. But you don't know that Billy's done with you.
You know what? Screw this. I walk down the makeshift ramp and start heading towards whichever way I can towards the front door until I
I'm ready.
meet resistance.
I'm ready.
I'm going to head. I'm gonna look for a back door.
Well, this is a good day. Bells just follows Tomnal.
I think we'll have to call the session to an end because Corey has ruined my life.
What?
Yeah, let's.
Did you want us to jump into the water?
Stick to the plan.
So you you reach the door and there's a massive squad of maybe 11, 12, 30 stormtroopers with their weapons aimed square at you.
Hold up. Rest of the party, what are you guys doing?
I can breathe underwater. I can jump out of here.
So Slev's jumping out. Frog Buddy, what you doing? Zilla?
Let me
You
see.
to look for a way to leave, or are you gonna go Alamo with
That's
Corey?
not what I'm doing. That is not what I'm doing. And if Zilla comes, that is going to be what it turns into.
Bubbles is already coming.
I was gonna go with. I'd probably stick with Pad.
Okay, so Pad and Zilla are jumping into the water. Yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll follow Pad.
So on my way down, I transform into Billy.
Oh my god.
Let's Roger your way out of this one. Who do you want to resolve first?
Slever, you just jumped off of a building.
Yes.
Yes.
All three of us jumped off of the
Three
building.
difficult. No. 4 difficulty. 4 fucking perp athletics check. You're trying to aim yourself towards the water.
Okay, to get into the water. If I don't, I still have an armored drop suit.
So bounce on the ground and roll off into the
I
water.
just fucking died.
Carry Scarlet, like, to help break the fall
Sure,
for
it would
Scarlet.
increase your difficulty of the
Okay.
athletics check.
Okay, you can just push Scarlet first.
Oh no! Before I
So-
jump, I'm about to run off and jump, and then I realize the folly of my ways, and I just tell Zil to push me off, like force push me into the water.
Okay, you want a force push, or you want me to literally fling you?
Just push me.
Okay, what
Or,
roll is
like,
that?
force push,
Is it
force
gonna
push.
be
Yeah.
athletics, Kalo?
Force push off.
You
Yeah.
just need to roll your force points.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm feeling very at one with the force today.
I'll get a running start.
There we go.
You do that for all.
Cool.
I guess I'll convert it. I'll
You-
convert. How many do I need to convert? Just 1 or 2?
You just need one. Well,
Okay.
how many points are you using right now?
3 dart.
Yeah. Okay. So you need to convert 2.
Okay, I'll convert 2 because I quite like you.
So you are forced off of your feet, and you get slingshotted into the water.
It is not graceful. I do not dive in. I am flailing about. I completely underestimated the power of this force.
I would think the fish would be good at diving.
What? I'm gonna flip a destiny point here.
Okay, go for it.
while you're like flying into the air, you just start vomiting from the massive change in rotation. You guys see a fish flying through the air, spraying yellow liquid out of its mouth in a swirl. It's quite
Wait, here we go.
Well, it's gonna attempt to do the same. Zilla can decide if Zilla wants to assist, but Scarlet's jumping.
Oh, I was gonna carry you so you don't take as much fall damage.
Sure, can you do that?
yeah.
Yeah, like
Five
I'm gonna
difficulty
jump
athletic.
and I'm going to cradle your little unarmored body in my muscly figure.
This party's weird.
Let's go
What's
for
the
it.
roll?
What's the
It's
roll?
5 perp.
Okay. To my athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's not your sheet, remember?
Well, this is not mine?
Oh, this one's right here.
What are you talking about? Yeah, but I'm using my... But this is where I roll my dice. What are you talking about?
Okay, sorry. I thought you were looking at the other one. Continue.
No, we just happen to have,
I
like...
have brain damage. Continue.
What's funny is Tom Knoll's charm roll is exactly the same as my athletics roll. Okay, here we go.
Tom Knoll charm.
Oh,
pick
and then
one.
I roll the... Do I roll the... I think I'm probably going to have to use my force for this. Do I roll that after or at the same time?
After.
Okay.
Oh,
I guess I don't need the force. I'm
You
just
just-
that good.
jet.
You
into
can
the
remove
water.
the threat with it though if you roll.
Okay, let's
Get
see.
some extra advantage out of it.
Never mind. I don't need the
You,
force.
you take a strain
All right.
from
That's
the
fine.
impact on the water. And by proxy, that also means Katia, Scarlet takes 1 strain.
So
All right, so back to Billy.
I need to roll to see if I can even transform.
Actually, no. Hold on. Bubbles,
What's-
what the fuck are you doing?
Just following Tomnal.
What's Thar doing, Kalo?
like
He's following
check-
you. He's pretty smooth. He likes
following
you.
like making sure you're not going to jam and all that shit.
Okay, if Thar is following me, then I'm not going to turn into Billy.
Is he gonna buzz it up for you?
I can.
He could.
So,
I'm not
what's
going
the
to
plan
gaslight
here?
too many people at once. We're going to talk our way out of this.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's a you thing. I'll just, not
Bubbles
talk
runs
yet.
up to the roof and jumps.
So you just jump off the building.
No, Bubble sticks with him.
That would be amazing.
Shooting.
I'm just walking for the door.
All right, so you go down there, and the stormtroopers raise their weapons and say, "Waldron, you're currently wanted. Turn yourself in immediately. You as well,
Aw,
Thar."
Shit, Waldron's wanted.
Fucking really?
There's a bunch
Wait,
of
they just say-
stormtroopers and
No,
Imperials
no,
doing
the
different things
stormtroopers-
here, so
Aim at the heavily armed Trandoshan and say, "It's that weird. What's his name? Bubbles. Whatever. You're wanted as well."
Wait, why am I weird?
It's a weird name. He aims his gun even stricter to his
Oh, that hurts my feelings.
hands above your head now.
whichever one's in charge, I'm going to use influence on him.
Is this Roger 2.0?
No, I'm just
No, he's
getting
using
some
the
extra
Force, bro.
allies. I mean, to be honest, I'd take a 4v11 that includes Thar, Bubbles, and a Stormtrooper captain if
Thar
I
is
can get
pretty
it.
smooth.
Like, Tomlin doesn't got to do much at that point.
Yeah, no, you have a very competent combat party right now.
Commander, you were supposed to let us through. Billy gave us access. Governor Billy.
Oh my
Admiral
God,
Governor
that's-
Billy.
That is
Admiral Governor Billy.
Admiral Roger, Governor Billy.
This is how we lose our ally.
The High Priestess herself.
Is that his discipline?
That's the role.
Is that his discipline?
Mm-hmm.
Do you doubt the Emperor's will? Real, goodness gracious.
Is real? What?
Is real.
Yes.
Well, but you're Waldern. Wait, no. We're gonna have to call this in.
Wait, so that is 3 dark side points for that. So I'm just gonna scroll on down to my little powers there, and increase targets affected equal to magnitude upgrade. Do I have anything else I can do? Yeah, I'll just increase the. So not only does the captain believe that, but 2. Do I even have to spend 1 for? Yeah, I think I do have to spend 1 for that. So
He begins to bleed from his ear.
What's that?
He begins to bleed from his ear.
Okay, so 3 of the captain and 2 others believe what I told them there.
The officer is bleeding from his ear.
The officer and 2 others.
The officer turns around and says, "Weapons down. Billy told us all about this." He looks like he's dead inside.
Y'all have a great day. And I start strolling out the front door.
One of the stormtroopers aims his gun at you. No, this isn't right. We were told to bring you in.
We're undercover. You knew this. We're going after the ones in the ship that crashed.
We knew this. Why are you stopping them? The officer then tells his other men to aim at him.
Well, I don't think that's necessary, sir.
That's not necessary.
Oh my God.
He's bleeding from his other ear.
There's still some people upstairs. I think they may have been preparing to
Officer,
jump.
is there something wrong with you?
I'm leaving.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. The troopers let you fucking leave. I don't know where you're gonna go now.
Out the front door, and then into the water that the rest were in, and start.
You begin to hear a ton of blaster fire as you go outside, aim towards the water, and I think we'll end the session there for real this time.
Okay. I'm not jumping down a fucking 3-story building. Fuck that.
4 stories, and it was great.
No, 3 stories. 4th story was the roof. That's not a story.
Oh, that's very true.
Yeah, that's true. KLO.
Katia, shut up.
All right. Morality, and so Frog.
20 experience, guys.
So Frog, I think you actually, you go down to morality.
That doesn't make sense. I think I was only a patron saint. But whatever.
I go up 8. And
For frying someone's brain.
I didn't fry anyone's brain. I just made him bleed out his ears a little bit. I saved his life. Do you think it's better for me to give him a little bit of an ear bleed?
Joking. You probably could have beaten quite a few of those squads with Bubbles and Thar at your side.
Yeah, they would have been dead. I
Yeah,
saved
there's
him
no
from
way
torment.
the officer would have survived at least.
Officer just gets fucking creamed.
And Scarecrow, I mean, you would have gone up 1 if you weren't already a paragon. All right, so that's going to do it for this week. Unless there's anyone who is not going to be around next week, that'd be the 22nd. Then that'll be when we're doing this.
Should be good.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.